Hey, what's up, guys? It's a new channel of mine. I'm gonna start. I just want to show off my records that I have. I'm gonna start off with my all-time favorite band, Metallica. They were actually the reason I started collecting records, and started in probably like 1988. And yeah, I'm just gonna let you know how I got them, where I got them, and whatever other stupid information I can give you. All right, this first one. Garage Days Revisited. It's a bootleg, unofficial, but it's actually the early demos. I'm not sure if it's the actual No Life to Leather demo. It might be a different version, but it's got that, and it's also got some stuff from Ride the Lightning. And there's also some other demos on here. I can't remember. I haven't actually listened to it in so long, I couldn't even tell you. It's put out by a French label, some bootleg company. Next one here is a 1983 era performance. It was San Francisco. Newstead's on the cover, but yeah, it's actually with Cliff. It was a pretty good show. I can't remember the last time I listened to this, but it was a really long time ago. And it's got Justice era pictures on it. Shows you when it was actually put out. Right here, this is a pretty cool one. This is a Whiplash picture disc. It's actually the 12-inch single. It came out probably in 1984, 85. But I'm kind of doing it in just the chronology of albums. Yeah, this is, you know, got a supposed remix of Whiplash on it, which it really doesn't sound any different. But then it's got live Phantom Lord and Seek and Destroy. And those tracks weren't even live tracks. They recorded them in the studio. They went back in and just added super crowd noises. But this one's actually numbered. It's number 1354. I don't know if that means anything, but I didn't wind up getting this one until many years later. I never found it when I was a kid, so I picked it up maybe a couple of years ago. Here's the Whiplash 12-inch. This is just the regular record. I got this probably in 1988 or 89 at, you know, I don't know, Venus Records or something like that in Manhattan. Same thing, it's got the live tracks on the back. You know, they're good versions too. Cliff plays a lot of like different bass lines that you know, didn't normally catch on the record version. Here's the numbered Kill 'Em All picture disc. I actually wound up getting this too, like not that long ago. They had it in my local record store, so I had to get it. Let's see, put out by Megaforce, I think. Can't remember. All right. Okay, here we go. Here's the Megaforce version of Kill 'Em All. Check out. It's beat up. I've had this one since, I don't know, 1988. This version doesn't have the inner sleeve. I never found the inner sleeve version as a kid. They put out two versions, Megaforce. I guess when they got reorders on it, they put out a version without the inner sleeve. This I went up getting, you know, not that long ago, local record store or whatever. It's got the inner sleeve, really clean copy, Megaforce. I always wanted it, but it's the same exact thing as the other version without the sleeve, but it doesn't have. I think it's got different matrix numbers or something like that. Here we go. This is the Jump in the Fire picture disc. Like I said, this came out probably in 84, 85, but it's got Jump in the Fire, and it's got those live tracks that actually were recorded in the studio. Here's the 12-inch. I don't think it's colored version. There's a top load sleeve too. Music for Nations. Same thing. It's got the Seek and Destroy, Phantom Lord. Let's see what's next. Oh, here's another Kill 'Em All picture disc. This actually, a friend of mine picked up for me in Ireland way back in probably 1988 or 89. It's got the barcode on it. You can see it's not the original pressing, but it's pretty cool. And it's got Kill 'Em All written in blue. All right, moving on. These aren't in really the best order. Here's my Ride the Lightning picture disc. No barcode. This is the first pressing as far as I know. Probably from 84 or 85. I don't know when they made the picture disc. Music for Nations. This is Creeping Death. Gold 12-inch. I wound up getting this a couple years back. I was never able to find it as a kid. And it's got the, you know, Garage Days revisited tracks, Am I Evil and Blitzkrieg. Pretty cool. And here's the actual regular 12-inch version of it. This I don't think is a first pressing. It's maybe a little bit later. This is just what they had in stores back then in like 88, 89. I don't think this one is colored either. I know there's a lot of colored versions from back then. I don't have any of them, unfortunately. This is one of my best grails from that era. It's the Fade to Black radio promo. There we go. See that? It's got Fade to Black on both sides. And it's got this sticker that's talking to the DJ, telling him not to be scared to play this song because, you know, it's by a band called Metallica. But it's saying it's actually, you know, radio friendly. So they were attempting to appeal to radio even back then. But it's got Fade to Black on both sides. Pretty cool. I wish the sleeve wasn't as beat up, but I didn't know any better when I was a kid. Here is the Megaforce version of Ride the Lightning. The inner sleeve isn't colored. The Electra version is yellow, borders around the pictures, and all the lyrics and everything are written in yellow. And this is interesting because they spelled Kirk Hammett's name wrong. And I think they actually cleaned that up on the Electra version. They spelled Hammett with, I think, one M and one T or something like that. I can't remember the exact details. But yeah, this is the Megaforce version, silver label. There's another one I didn't catch as a kid. I was never able to find it. But now I have it. And yeah, it's been going up in value lately. Let me see. Let me go on to my next one. Here's something that came out, I don't know, like 10 years ago. It's supposedly half-speed master of Ride the Lightning. I never really messed with it too much. I might have played it once. It's just a different version that I have. It's actually double vinyl too. Gatefold, kind of cool. Here's the Electra version of Ride the Lightning. If you can see everything's in yellow. And like the band photos are outlined in yellow, and I think they fixed Kirk's name. They spelled it correctly on this version. And it's mastered a little differently. If you listen to them back and forth, it does sound a little different than the Megaforce version. Nothing like major, but if you really, really focus in on it. Here's another newer Ride the Lightning. It's not even been opened. I think somebody gave it to me once for Christmas. You know, I just put it to the collection. Here's something cool a friend of mine sent me recently from my friend Jeff from a record store in Brooklyn called Black Gold. He knows I'm a Metallica nut, and he actually found this. This is the Castle Donington performance of Metallica in '85. So they were actually, it was before Master of Puppets came out. And there's a lot of awesome tracks, Ride the Lightning era and Kill 'Em All era. And this was like one of Metallica's first major big shows. It's cool to have it. And there's also some Megadeth demos on the second disc. I don't know why they put Megadeth demos, but hey. Yeah, here's another. This is Master of Puppets. This is a newer version. This is before the Masters went to blackened recordings. Maybe like, I think it's a Warner Brothers, which I don't know. Elektra should have put it out, but Warner Brothers, for whatever reason. And then Metallica's masters belong to them, so not shortly after that, they started putting their stuff out on blackened. All right, here's my original Master of Puppets picture disc from when I was a kid. I think I got this at like Zigzag Records in Brooklyn. I used to take the bus up there as a little kid and get my records. No barcode, original version, pretty cool. Here's another one I definitely got at Zigzag in Brooklyn. This is Music for Nations version of Master of Puppets. I think it came out in like '87. It's a gatefold version, and it's pretty nice, and it's double vinyl. And it also has a poster, but the poster is framed on my wall right now, so I can't show you that, but there's something else cool in here. There's an order form. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Let's see if I can get it out. It's kind of cool to see. Yeah, it's just got order forms for the Master of Puppets sweatshirt and t-shirt back then. Kind of cool. I love all the old stuff. I wish I had the original, there's something else that has an order form in it. I can't remember what. All right, this is a bootleg. This is from '86, after Cliff died. This is when Metallica played the Felt Forum. It's coming apart. I remember I got this. There's actually a date on the price tag. It says $8.89, so that was August of '89. I think I got this at like Second Coming Records in Manhattan. It's got Cliff on the back, but he don't play on this. This is at the Felt Forum, and at this show, everybody was going crazy in the audience, and they were ripping the seats up and throwing the seats all up on the stage, and they had to stop the show. James had to, you know, reprimand the audience. I wasn't at the show, but wish I was. This is the later release of Garage Days Revisited. They put it out, I don't know, last year or something like that. I think it's orange vinyl. I never opened it. It's just in the collection. This is my original copy of Garage Days Revisited. Still got the hype sticker, which kind of helps it. I got this definitely probably right after it came out, maybe late '87 or early '88. I got it at Record Factory in Brooklyn. Doesn't have the Record Factory sticker on it though. It must have fallen off or something. This is really cool. I got this right after it came out. This came out before Injustice for All, probably a couple of months, like the summer before Injustice came out. And my mom actually used to take me to the city to look for records. This was probably when I was like 12 or maybe 13. She took me to the city a couple of times, and I got this at Venus Records in Manhattan on 8th Street. And, you know, it's kind of special to me because I remember going there with my mom, and she was psyched that I was collecting records. It's got the Harvester artwork, and then the other side's got the track listing. I think this came out on Vertigo. It's kind of, I wish it was better condition too. I didn't take good care of it. Here's the 112-inch. It says made in the UK on it. Awesome puss head artwork. It's got some live tracks on the back from like European tour. But this is like right around the time when the One video came out, so they were really like blowing up. Oh, here's, I mean, one of my favorites, Injustice for All. This is double vinyl. I still have it in the shrink, and I have the hype sticker. I got this, I think, the Christmas after the album came out, so that was probably Christmas of '88. I think my brother gave it to me for Christmas, which is really cool. We always collected records together. He still has a big collection. Here's a re-release of Justice. I think this is on Blackened Recordings. My friend John gave this to me. He knows I collect records. He hooked me up. Got the hype sticker. Blackened Recordings. So Metallica's still controlling all their masters, which is great. All right, here's some other kind of weird stuff. This is a 12-inch. I think they put it out to like promote their tour when they're in Europe on the Justice tour. If you can see, it's got For Whom the Bell Tolls Live, Creeping Death Live, the demo version of One, which is cool. I remember, I haven't listened to it in probably 25 years, but I remember the demo version of One. James doesn't even have lyrics. He's kind of just like, you know, improvising as he goes along. It's got the gatefold, kind of cool. I think they're Ross Halfin photos. And I believe they're kind of talking about their roadies or their techs. So, which is kind of cool to shine some light on who was teching for them at the time. I think some of them are still actually with the band. So this is you know, kind of cool. I don't think it's really rare, but this thing I know is rare. I got this probably 20 years ago off eBay. It's Eye of the Beholder, radio promo 12-inch. It's got Eye of the Beholder on both sides. I'm always looking for the actual picture version, the picture sleeve. That's kind of hard to come by. It's pretty expensive. One day I'll have it. I'll probably find it somewhere. All right, this is really cool. This actually came from my brother. He gifted this to me because it's kind of a pain to keep in your collection. It takes up a lot of room. I think it's 3 or 4 discs. This is the Injustice for All tour. Not sure what date this was from. I haven't listened to it in a really long time. But it's also got the Grammy Awards version of One on it. They were able to just, I don't know, press it up on there. It's a bootleg, but it's, you could hear them, their performance at the Grammys before they lost to who was it? Jethro Tull, Best Heavy Metal. All right, this is the Black Album. Sorry for the bad reflection. It's hard to see. I mean, there's nothing to see on the cover. This is a re-release of the Black Album. My neighbor gave this to me a couple years ago, or maybe a year or two ago. I don't know. Pretty cool. She knew I liked records and hooked me up. Very cool. And I don't have my original version of this on Elektra because Hurricane Sandy. I lost a big part of my record collection. And for some reason, my copy of Black Album was mixed in with all this other hip-hop that I had that I didn't take good care of. And it wasn't protected, and they got wet, and that was it. Here's Nothing Else Matters. My brother gave me this too. It was in his collection, and he didn't want it anymore. So it's got a live version of Enter Sandman and a live version of Nothing Else Matters and Harvester of Sorrow. I don't know. Yeah, kind of cool. This is the Unforgiven single. And it's kind of got a disclaimer because of the Anti-Nowhere League version. I mean, their version of Anti-Nowhere League, So What? If you ever heard it, you know what I'm talking about. Here's another single from the Black Album, Wherever I May Roam. And it's kind of cool. It's got a gatefold. It's got the European tour dates and whatever else. Sick photo from the Master of Puppets. I actually never even realized until just now. Why would they use... Oh, it's all of their tour... All right, now I understand. It's got all of their tour dates that they ever played in Europe. Which is kind of cool. I never even kind of looked at this, to be honest. Because it's got pictures of Cliff. And it's got the Master of Puppets, but with Jason, which is still cool. I mean, can't front on Jason, but that's that. And it's got a nice medley, Last Caress, Am I Evil, Battery, all in one shot. And that's that. This is cool. This is the Enter Sandman 12-inch. It's cool to me because I remember exactly where I got this. And the night I got it, it was when Metallica did a promo for when the Black Album was coming out. They rented out Madison Square Garden and gave out free tickets to everybody. You just had to go to the Wiz, which was a record store way back when, if anybody remembers. Yeah, so we went to get free tickets. You could get as many tickets as you want. And me and a bunch of friends went, and my brother. And we went to Madison Square Garden, and the lights go down. They had up on the screen, they played a video, like a 5 or 6 minute intro to Metallica, just giving their history. And then they played the whole album, Black Album. And at that time, the only thing we had heard from Black Album was Enter Sandman. And they played the whole album, and like, our minds were blown. And to hear it over that, you know, system in the garden was great. So we heard the whole record. After the record finishes, all of a sudden, Metallica are on the stage. They came out to thank everybody for coming out to hear their new record, and, you know, and it was also James Hetfield's birthday. So I think people sung happy birthday to him. It was like 20,000 people. And then after that, we went to the Village in Manhattan. You know, it was a quick train ride down. And we walked around and we bought some records. And back then, too, the record stores stayed open late. You could go, like, get a record at, like, 11:30 at night, 12 o'clock at night. You just walk in, yo. So it was great. We bought records, and I bought the Enter Sandman 12-inch and something else. I don't know what it was at the time. I don't remember. And then we're coming to the end of it right now. This is the most recent Metallica record that I have. This is Death Magnetic, and I think this is a great record. I never opened this. I got this at a yard sale a couple of years ago. The guy just happened to have it, and I bought it for like $10, which I think is a good deal. I do like this album. It's a newer Metallica album, and I mean, I stand by it. I think it's pretty dope. And I just have a couple other things that really aren't that interesting. Interview Picture Disc. So when I was a kid, you know, you didn't hear and see Metallica every 10 seconds. It was more, you had to search it out just to even hear what they had to say or hear an interview, whatever. There was no, you know, of course, internet, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, here's one interview. This is probably from the Puppets era. I think Cliff is on it. Jason is on the disc, but I think Cliff is on it. I tell you, I have not listened to it, and God knows. Here's another one. This may be the Cliff era one. I'm not sure, but I really didn't really take good care of these. I have 2 of them shoved into one sleeve, and it's got the Venus Records sticker on it. If you could see, people remember Venus. It was a great record store. Kind of shaped me, you know, to who I am now. Here's another. This is definitely a Cliff era interview, but it's got Jason on it, and I think it's yellow vinyl. Nobody cares about these though. This is just filler in the collection. If I could, I would just get rid of them. This is another one. This is an interview with Lars. I mean, the photo on the back is like from Ride the Lightning era, but I don't know really. I don't remember when it's from. And this is red vinyl. So yeah, that's about it. That wraps it up. That's all my Metallica records. Thanks for watching. If you made it through to the end, I applaud you, because this is a lot of boring stuff. But hey, let me know what you think. If you want to see more videos, I have a lot of records. I have a lot of, you know, stuff to get through. So if you want to see more, let me know. Give me a comment, whatever, subscribe, all that stuff. All right, well, have a good one. Thanks. I appreciate you watching. Bye.